Hello, everyone, and welcome to my top five G.I. Joe classified figures of the year. Um, Fair warning, this is only my opinion and my own personal thoughts, so this is my own list. You may not agree with it, and that is fine. But yeah, another thing to note, I'm not too sure which figures actually came out during 2022. For example, the Bat and Alley Viper. I know I got these pretty later on in the year, around um, I don't know when, but I'm sure we got these guys this year. Um, but they're not on my top five list. They're great troop builders. They look great. The Bat has a lot of great dynamic displays for it. The Alley Viper just comes equipped with a ton of accessories, which is nice. So two great true builders that we got, and again, I may be mistaken, but I think we did get these guys early in the year. We then have Roadblock at the back here, which I think this was a 2021 release, except that I didn't get them until this year, when they sort of restocked again, and I managed to get him finally. So I think he's a 2021 figure, still a dope figure. Let's see. We have a whole bunch of repaints as well, but I think here is a general 2022 release, which is a lot, considering people were complaining that we weren't getting much for a classified, but we did. At least I feel like we did, and I'd rather have the G.I. Joe team and take their time in creating all these new characters and stuff in order to get better looking sculpts and all that, as compared to Marvel Legends, where it's sort of they can use the same body mold over and over. I'd rather see them come up with new stuff with classified. But right off the bat, I think we can start eliminating repaints here, such as the Bat and the new Viper Officer from 3-pack, as well as the Python Patrol Viper, which I didn't get out of his shelf space. But yeah, they're great true builders. The Officer is nice to have, great colors and all that stuff, great accessories. And the Bat here, just like the original Bat, very great looking. It's a shame we didn't get the a battle damage chest plate or head, but other than that, yeah, the Python Patrol were okay for the most part. That yellow paint was a real bummer for me. But yeah, moving on to more repaints. We have Gung Ho here, which was a great callback to the vintage, the whole colors and all that stuff. The new weapons we got were amazing. This new pistol and grenade launcher, as well as the knife. I think the knife we'd already seen, but it's a nice repaint, and he's been my main Gung Ho for the display, which is very nice figure. We then have Lady J on the back over here. Just dropped Sergeant Slaughter. Not Slaughter, Stalker, there you go. We have Lady J as well, another repaint, much more light green rather than the original darker green we got. Different color cap and a new backpack piece, which is nice. And this new sort of camcord recorder, nice repaint there as well. We have here the Baroness on her all black suit rather than the great tones that they have added for the, what was it, Target exclusive. Um, we have a white timber now. That's very neat. You know, it's a bit different, which came with the other repaint of Snake Eyes, which I forgot to bring out. Uh, where would it be? All right, yeah, he's in my display. The Fortnite Snake Eyes. So we got 2 Snake Eyes this year, probably more. I don't even know. But yeah, this was a nice repaint, but it is another Snake Eyes, and we kind of want to move on from so many Snake Eyes. So here we have Crocmaster, who was a great figure. Could have been in my top 5 easily. Because look at this ginormous Croc. But yeah, he didn't make it just because I feel like maybe an extra weapon would have been cool for him. And well, now he's just sort of a shelf warmer at Walmart's as well. But great figure, definitely recommend picking him up. We have the Cobra Officer here, another trooper builder. He is great accessories, sculpt and everything. The whole new vest and all that stuff is very great. Then make my list. We have here Dr. Mindbender. It's a real shame about his cape and how it dies onto the skin. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I haven't been able to remove it even with acetone. So that's a kind of a bummer. I mean, you don't really notice it when he has his cape on, so that's fine. But his accessories were kind of lackluster as well. It's very sort of diorama specific. But yeah, he's still a great figure overall. We then have Serana here. Great figure. I love this figure. I just hate these arms. They're so loose and easy. And I just dropped everything. But it's so easy to pop off her arms, and it's very annoying when I'm trying to extend her arm that way because these shoulder pads get in the way as well. So we have some limitations there with the articulation, but all the other stuff is great. Also the weird gaps here, but great figure nonetheless. We'll take a look at Stalker here. Great figure. Everyone was excited for him. People complained about the head sculpt. I think it's fine. But yeah, he's a new Joe member, and he introduced a new sort of body mold that we'll be seeing with another figure that made my top 5. But yeah, Sergeant Stalker is another great addition. Then we also had Spirit and Freedom. Great, I guess, double pack. You know, I kind of customized the sniper. But yeah, a lot of accessories with this guy. Great looking accessories as well. Like little details with the knife and the pistol having like eagle stuff. Great head sculpt and all that good stuff. Yeah, he's a great figure. But yes, he's not in my top 5 either. The twins were kind of lackluster for me, honestly. They did grow on me, but you know, a little more of accessories or something. More a little bit of battle damage to his arms or something would have made them at least a bit better, in my opinion. We then have Storm Shadow here, who is a great ninja figure overall. We get that sweet forearm articulation there. But yeah, he did not make my top 5 either, unfortunately. But he is a dope figure, very great. And it's just that classic looking Storm Shadow. So you may be wondering, well, who are your top 5 figures of classified of the year? And my number 5 spot is a tie between Kamakura and Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter is not a character I really needed this soon, but having him in hand really made me appreciate the figure more. The different hand options are great. the whole hat removable and the glasses is also great. So he has a lot of great accessories, and it makes him a very cool figure to pose around and have different, very creative, I guess, poses. Um, and he's tied with Kamakura because I was more excited for him. And honestly, I feel like maybe Slaughter may take place, but the amount of detailing with the silver pieces all around is very nice, and I appreciate it. Um, it's not a complete reuse of Storm Shadow either. It's a new mask head sculpt and all that stuff. I wasn't too bothered by the lack of weapon storage either. The only thing that killed this figure for me were the tight sort of arms, which I kind of managed to soften up, and tight knees. But other than that, he is a very great looking figure. So they both share the same spot. Number 4, we have the Crimson Guard. This True Builder I was very excited for. He's my second favorite True Builder, next to the Vipers. But this guy just looks amazing and comes with a lot of great accessories. We get an extra knife here. So he has one knife, two knives, and then he still has a very long sword. He also has a pistol, which is nicely detailed, and everything on the body just pops at you. You know, you have a silver logo, the silver in the visor, in the helmet here. Everything is just great looking on this guy. So he made my top 5 of the year. Let's see. Number 3, is it number 3? Yeah. It's Serpentor. Many people may put him at number 1, but I have one small sort of paint chip there, which I didn't cause. And the tight joints I've seen all around is very unfortunate. So even with mine, I am now afraid to sort of articulate his arm. But yes, they're very tight joints, so make sure to heat them up. But a lot of people have had broken arms because of that now. Like Sergeant Slaughter, it's not a character I expected so soon. I feel like they rushed a bit for this guy. I feel like it was more of a desperate release, but he is still nice to have, and for the price, I think it's a dope figure, and it is completely worth it. So yeah, Serpentor is number 3 on my list. Maybe a bit controversial, but hey, this is my list. You can make your own list. So we've gone number 5, 4, 3, and now it's number 2, and that would be the Tiger Force Outback. Just a dope head. The head sculpt alone sells you on the figure. It just looks so dope, and the accessories are also great. I do not like how flimsy the accessories are. Oh, and there goes the phone, as always. As I was saying before the phone rang, it's a great figure. The plastic of the accessories kind of bums me out because they are kind of flimsy. But the head sculpt is great, and the overall new body that they used is also great. It has a lot of great articulation overall. So this is my number 2 pick of the year. And finally, you guys already know if you've seen my figure reviews, but my number 1 figure is Dusty. He's my favorite character of all time. He looks great in classified form, and they were able to replicate that feeling of the original. I would have preferred the cloth for the helmet like they did with the vintage, but you know, this is great in its own right and makes it, and it doesn't get in the way of, you know, posing his head around. But yes, Dusty is my number one pick of the year. Um, Durana would have easily been on the list here if it wasn't for those arms, and she would have taken the Crimson Guard's spot. But yeah, these are my top five, or maybe six if I interchange Kamakura and Sergeant Slaughter. But yeah, these are my top picks for the year. Again, this is only my opinion. You can come up with your own list, and I'd be curious to know um, what your top picks are. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you leave a like. Like I said, comment below what your top picks are for G.I. Joe Classified this year. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.